Indiana Fever preseason has officially come, and it has officially gone.
The Indiana Fever did finish the WNBA preseason undefeated.
Caitlin Clark is launching shots from ranges that defy belief, making it look effortless, while Lexie Hull is quietly becoming the Indiana Fever's go-to player in clutch moments. As one insider put it, it seems like Caitlin has extended her range even further. She's hitting deep shots like their routine.
And a Fever close out the preseason 3-0, victory against the Mystics, victory against the Brazilian national team, and another victory this afternoon against the Atlanta Dream.
In their final preseason matchup, the Indiana Fever wrapped up a flawless 3-0 run, but it didn't come without its share of drama. A concerning injury to a key player and unexpected remarks from the Atlanta Dream added tension to the night. From standout performances to surprising twists, here's the full breakdown of Indiana's perfect preseason finale in Atlanta. If you're hyped for the season, drop a "I've got the fever" in the comments. Let's go.
When I watch the Fever, even when they're not at their best, one thing I can't help but think is that they're just going to run teams off the floor and destroy them with their firepower. They just have so many players that can beat you and can score. And, Duana Bonner didn't even start this game. Sophie Cunningham started in her.
Believe it or not, Caitlin Clark was nearly sidelined for the Fever's final preseason game. Less than 24 hours before tip-off against the Atlanta Dream, fans were glued to their phones, anxiously refreshing social media for any updates. The reason? Clark had collided with a practice player during the team's last workout, aggravating the same leg she had previously strained. The news left everyone stunned.
They're just doing a drill, and if you're looking what happens here. Caitlin Clark pulls up. Caitlin Clark pulls up immediately. And a lot of people are saying that it's not the end.
Picture the scene, the Fever's medical staff quickly surrounding their star rookie, as the team's flawless preseason run hung in the balance. With a 2-0 record and momentum building, Caitlin Clark now sat on the sideline, an ice pack wrapped around her leg. Fans were left holding their breath. Was this an early warning sign? Could the demands of the pro game already be taking a toll? While the medical team carefully conducted their evaluations, social media lit up with speculation. Would Clark miss her final preseason appearance? Could this affect her readiness for the regular season opener? With each minute, the uncertainty only grew.
Coach just mentioned you've been limited in practice this week. Just how are you kind of working back from that leg injury?
Yeah, I think taking my time. I feel really good, honestly, and excited to get out there and play again tomorrow, work on things that we need to work on. And yeah, Maria's been great. Our medical staff has been really helpful. But I feel really good, honestly.
Then came the announcement that sent a wave of relief through the Fever fanbase. Caitlin Clark was cleared to play. Not only would she suit up, she'd be in the starting lineup. What had been a major injury scare quickly faded into the background, becoming a mere footnote instead of the story's headline.
There's no reason to overdo anything right now. It's been the beginning of the season. Still don't play here for another week, the last 2 days have been really, really good for myself.
You know what started? What caused it to get her?
I don't. Probably just a little too much basketball. I think, I love being in the gym, but I think understanding when to be in the gym and, when to recover and things like that. So I think just finding a balance and obviously just getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, it was nothing major or anything like that.
From the very first minutes, it was clear that Caitlin Clark wasn't holding anything back. She fired off shots from distances that left defenders scrambling. WNBA analyst Robin Lundberg of Sports Illustrated observed something even more remarkable, sharing on X, "I think Caitlin Clark may have even extended her range. She's hitting deep shots like they're effortless."
So second attempt, same spot, same result for Maya Caldwell. That's Caitlin Clark, top of the key, and drains her first triple of...
One particular three-pointer, launched from near the logo, instantly reminded fans of her iconic shot just a week prior at Iowa. The Atlanta defenders could only watch as the ball arced high and swished perfectly through the net. This wasn't just a player easing into professional basketball, this was Caitlin Clark making a statement, announcing her arrival. By the end of the game, Clark had brushed off the pre-game injury scare and delivered an impressive stat line, 13 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds, all in just 23 minutes of play.
Natasha Howard gets the bucket. Step back triple. Kelsey Mitchell to the rim. Well, that's Caitlin Clark, top of the key, and drains her triple.
As the final buzzer sounded on the 81-76 victory over Atlanta, the Fever had achieved something special, a flawless 3-0 preseason sweep. What began with a moment of concern ended with heightened expectations for what this team could accomplish when the real games begin. With the score tight heading into the fourth quarter, an unexpected hero emerged for Indiana, and it wasn't Caitlin Clark. The spotlight shifted to Lexie Hull, who had been quietly refining her game throughout the preseason and adjusting to her new role off the bench. Let's not forget, last season, Hull started the final stretch of the year and became a reliable offensive and defensive force, even turning into the hottest three-point shooter in the league during that stretch.
And now BG says she's rediscovered her love for the game, saying Atlanta reminds me of home. I'm back in the South and this was the best decision of my life.
She is completely fine, just needing rest, so we will not see her for the rest of this ball game.
Yeah, we can't give out all our weapons.
Turnover as Matt Caldwell got a little.
More than anything, just being able to practice with our team. We're getting a lot of good reps in practice, and I think, confidence comes from that. Confidence comes from getting the reps, the game-like reps, over and over again in practice. And, our team's super competitive. So every single day that we've had of training camp so far has felt pretty much game-like. Like, we're all taking it very serious, and it starts in practice.
It's like, nah, shoot that thing when you open.
Lexie Hull getting downhill, finds the bucket and one, as this will be the largest lead for Indiana.
Playing with such a high level of confidence. You saw that the second half of last season, her starting to grow into that. I think you saw it a lot in Unrivaled as well. It unlocked, I think, a little bit of creativity. I think sometimes when you're a young player in this league, when you accept your role, as Lexie does, you can't allow it to put you in a box, right? Like, your role can change throughout the course of a season. Your role can change throughout the course of career.
It's going to be an exciting season. I think more than anything, we're a deep team, and I think everyone's really bought into trusting the process. This season, it might not start off super pretty, but we know that putting in the work, putting in, trust into the coaching staff, trust in each other, that by the end of the season we'll be exactly where we want to be. So just excited, with the progress we've made even over just 3 games.
He does. You can't allow it to put you in a box, right? Like, your role can change throughout the course of a season. Your role can change throughout the course of career. So you want to be able to stretch and expand. And I think Lexie's done a really good job of putting herself in position for that, running actions for her, allowing her to decision make. Hell, I think in the Washington game we had her playing some point. So it's a tribute to the work that she's put in, the confidence that she's built with her discipline and work ethic in the off season. And you trust her on the floor. You trust her to make the right play and make the right read.
Hopefully the Fever are fully healthy going into that game. Hopefully Sophie Cunningham is good to go in that game. I know she was seen in a walking boot afterwards, but that's typical. It clearly wasn't a serious injury, but it doesn't mean it's going to be healthy a week from today.